Here's a bunch of reasons on why working in America is literally the worst. I got fired because I found out my boss was actively, and with multiple others, cheating on his wife, and he was worried I would tell her because I talked to her regularly around the office. And for anyone wondering, the boss lost the company and was charged with fraud for using company funds for personal spending. I was being SA'd at an old job. When I reported it to my GM, I was told it was probably my fault because I like to hug my other fellow employees, not the guy in question. I once got fired for continuing to go to college. They knew I was a student when they hired me, but expected me to drop out for $9 an hour. I was fired for having meningitis. I legit got back after the mandatory time away by the hospital, and they fired me for it. I got fired once because I smelled like sweat working in a warehouse without air conditioning during a heat wave. My husband called out of work to be with me during the birth of our daughter. His manager texted him hours after she was born, "Hey, congrats on the kid. By the way, don't bother coming back to work." I worked for a copier company in the warehouse. My father passed on a Tuesday, but I still had to come in the next 2 days because I could not take the extra time off. So I came in and worked Wednesday and Thursday so I could have Friday off to be with family. This is the same company that during a freak snowstorm, I called in to report that I was in a ditch and was told, "You still need to come in." I was fired because I was pregnant at the time and the owner didn't want to put non-slip mats down. I wasn't the only one slipping. I got fired while in active labor, like in the hospital, pushing. They called. I answered because they had me take a small break. I was told if I didn't come in within 5 minutes, I was fired. Why? Because the manager didn't get me pregnant, so it wasn't his problem. And at number 10, I got fired because I had to inspect something outside in freezing weather and my pen was frozen. I returned to the office to get a pencil and the manager fired me because I had no marks on my inspection sheet. Let's just go wholesome before I jump out my window. My father passed and I got automatic 3 days off. My boss came to the funeral home and took my children for a movie and ice cream, told me to take the rest of the week off. I was a custodian for the school district. I got a phone call while cleaning the school saying that I might have cancer and need to rush to the hospital. Called my boss and told him. His response, "What are you doing at work? Go now, I'll come lock up." He still texts me to this day. Do you see how it costs absolutely nothing to just be nice? Just be nice. It's not hard.